Hello again, I am Blondie, and as I promised you in the last video, in this video I'm bringing you another review of an audio product, what audio engineers will unironically call cans. In layman's terms, that's a thing which you can clamp on your head to drown out the clattering drone of the outside world so you can isolate yourself in a vista of auditory delight. Headphones, in fact, if you really needed it dumbed right down to the level of your average South Carolinian. Wireless headphones, as a matter of fact. No wires, check it out. And wireless headphones that will put the spurs to all other wireless headphones that came before them. For the anthropology nerds out there, imagine all the other headphones that came before Australopithecus afarensis. And these are Homo erectus. Bigger, smarter, more capable, fully erect homos. Wait a minute. The Sync by 50 from SMS Audio are some headphones which a man named Curtis, who prefers to go by 50 Cent, has put his name on. They come in a nice semi-hard protective case for keeping everything ship-shape and not lost when you're not pumping tunes into your head with them. Inside the case are, of course, the headphones, a handy little adapter for those airlines still using the annoying twin plug thingy, a cable for hooking up the headphones to your sound-generating thingies, a wireless dongle for throwing your music through thin air from your sound-generating thingies, a microfiber cloth for keeping the shiny plastic cleaned of the inevitable fingerprints, a USB charger for keeping the wireless dongle and the headphones topped up with a tank of tasty electrons. Why the dongle? Well, it's because these headphones use something called clear audio. That's clear misspelled with a K, by the way. So instead of the compressed signal used by Bluetooth headsets, Clear uses a lossless signal over the 2.4 GHz band to make sure what you're getting in your cans is undamaged by additional processing and compression that happens with Bluetooth. And it works. These headphones sound noticeably clearer and distortion-free than any other Bluetooth headphone I've ever crammed on my fat head. In fact, the sound is indistinguishable between using the wireless and the wired connection. Style-wise, well, by today's standards they look pretty generic, actually, like quite a lot of the competing brands, in fact. They give off the immediate impression of strength and a likelihood to serve you well for quite some time if you look after them. I suspect the plastic may accumulate marks and scratches fairly easily throughout its life, but I don't think they're very likely to actually break on you anytime soon. On the side there's some controls, power and bass boost, and on the other side volume and track navigation, although the track navigation doesn't actually work out of the box, as the dongle that comes with it doesn't have the ability to push these commands to your iPhone or Android device. That ability comes with an additional cost of a different dongle. The flashy blinky blue Der Blinken Lights logo is only there as some useless bling factor. It doesn't add to the functionality at all. It doesn't signify anything else but it's turned on. It's pure vanity. There's a so-called airplane mode that, unlike the airplane mode in your smartphone, doesn't actually turn off the wireless radios. Instead, it just stops the lights from blinking, in case you'd prefer to be as subtle as possible in public with great big headphones on your head. The comfort is actually superb. The wide and generously underpadded band holds the soft touch and very spongy cups over your ears, snug and secure and without feeling too tight or uncomfortable after extended and continuous wear. I'd prefer it if they were a bit deeper, but they're pretty good. Sound isolation is also very good, so even at very loud volumes while you progressively vandalize your own hearing, those around you are unlikely to be bothered by the leaky beats slipping the surly bonds of your flashy rapper headgear. On a charge, you'll very easily get a day's worth of listening from the headphones. They'll last up to 16 hours on a charge. Unfortunately, the wireless dongle that comes with doesn't actually last all day. It gets closer to 8 hours, which will still be enough to get most people through a day really easily, but it's kind of a stupid design decision to have the dongle last a different amount of time than the actual headphones. It'll take between 90 minutes and 2 hours to charge the headphones up from dead flat, a little less for the dongle of course, but in another ridiculous oversight, the charger that comes with has just one output, so you can only charge up one at a time, unless you have another USB charger handy. Thankfully those are common and inexpensive, and both the dongle and the headphones charge via a standard micro USB port, so a workaround for this issue is easy. And if you do manage to drain the battery before you're done busting your groove, they work perfectly fine in passive mode without power, with the supplied cable just like a regular set of headphones. Wireless range is usefully good. In real-world conditions, up to about 10 meters works flawlessly. Beyond that, things keep working, but get a bit flaky from time to time. Oh, and that's about 30 feet if you don't know your metric from your bumhole, which, by the way, is a bit shy of the 50 feet the box claims. Cleverly, the wireless dongle supports connecting up to 4 sets of headphones at the same time. Handy for midnight gamers, I think, people travelling together, or the world's smallest, quietest house party. Sound quality, the important bit, is pretty nice. As you may expect from headphones designed by and for hip-hop dorks, it's very heavy on the bass. Not nearly as bad as the horrendously misbalanced ear rape that are the Beats by Dr. Dre headphones. There's been some sensible restraint used here. Things get slightly muddy with the bass boost function on, but not intolerably so. They've got a very crisp and clear response all throughout the mid-range, nicely balanced, and they present vocals very nicely. Treble is very sharp, just on the edge of being too sharp at loud volumes. Things like snare drums and sibilants may make one involuntarily flinch. But cut that back a bit with your playback device's own EQ, and it's nice and clear. And again, while clearly designed by and for hip-hop types, with today's music full of compressed and crunched dynamic range and somewhat unimaginative tonal range in mind, when I pumped some of Vivaldi's The Four Seasons, one of my very favourite classical compositions, through them, it sounded very nice once I rolled off the edge of that harsh treble a little. It's a similar tale, to be told, with the much more modern but similarly nuanced music from stuff like the Halo 3 soundtrack. Price, well, it's seriously spendy for a set of headphones. Between the wireless tech, the solid engineering, and of course the premium brand bling tax for having some famous rapper's name stamped on them, although come to think of it, the name isn't actually on the headphones at all, but on the box, they'll suck $399.95 American currency units from your bank balance. I don't love the price. It's hard to call the big number outrageous, because they are quite good, but unless you're a rich kid, throwing 400 smackers down on a pair of headphones will be a decision to weigh up carefully. But if you like the design, the comfort, the audio performance, but lack the funds, there's a cheaper version of the headphones which throws away the wireless ability and cuts the price down to $250. And I'm also actually giving away a set of the earbud versions of the things called Street by 50. Obviously, which are obviously much more subtle if you prefer to listen to your tunes while wandering the streets in full public view. So while a man born under the name of Curtis chose to go by 50 Cent for a bit of street cred or whatever, your job to be in for a chance to win is to tell me what your rapper name would be and what product you would endorse. And the entry that makes me laugh the hardest will win this $120 set of Street by 50 in-ear headphones. Bam! You have until the 31st of August, that's 2 weeks from when this video goes live, to get your entry, and then I'll pick someone and message you and then get your address and send you these. As for me, well, I've already got a nickname. It's Blunty, and the product I would endorse? A line of energy drinks called Blunty Blood. So, thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time. Whew. My zags are a bit gay for you. Seemed a bit gay. I think it was the noise. The whew. That was much more masculine, I think.